Now it's all about me. It's the favourite subject I like to talk about. Me, 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 me. So let's talk all about me and now my journey going forward. Okay, so the journey really starts in March of 2021, although I wasn't diagnosed until September 2021. So at this point in my life, I am married to Belinda. We've been married since 2007. We have two lovely children, Sophie and Joshua, and two dogs, Harley and Jasper. And I'm pretty sure there's a cat running around as well. We've bought a lovely home in the village of New Bolverden, and I'm working as an estate agent, which I absolutely loved. So life is good. It's not anything you could ever grumble about. Everything is just absolutely ticksy-boo. Loving life and going through with that. So we feel like at this part of our life that we've made it. We've gone through the hardship of hard work, and now we've got to a good place in our time. So I went to the dentist for my annual checkup, and the dentist had noticed that there were some white polyps at the roof of my mouth. She said, Rob, that's not supposed to be there. I don't know what they are, but I know they're not supposed to be there. So what I'd like to do is refer you over to GP at the Royal and get a second opinion to have a look at it. And I said, okay, that's fine. So we did that, met with the GP, and he had a look, and he told me he didn't know what they were, but again, echoed what the dentist had said, and said, what we'll do is we'll book you in for an MRI to get it properly checked out. And I said, okay, that's fine. Well, let's get that done. Then the day of the MRI came, and I remember that day for two reasons. One, the Justice League Zack Snyder cut had come out that day, and we were going to have a screening of that later on that night. So I was really looking forward to that, because if anybody watched the Joss Whedon cut of Justice League, or Joss League, I think I said that joke right, you'd be appalled. It was absolutely disgusting. It was awful how that man got away with making that film, and who the hell's paying these sodden executives to screen that to them, and one of those idiots to turn around and say, yeah, that's a great film. It wasn't. Henry Cavill was made to look like a cartoon, and henceforth was born Mustache Gate. So the second reason I remember that day is because they gave me a cannula, and I text Belinda to say they've just given me a catheter. So Belinda called me straight away to say, why have you been given a catheter? What are they doing that for? I said, I don't know. She just stuck me with a needle. And then she clicked on that I actually meant cannula. I didn't know the name of the word then. But for some reason I knew what a catheter was. So did all that, went into my first MRI machine. I'm not claustrophobic, so that's not a problem. So we did all that, and then it was just waiting for the results, came back, and then I got an appointment to see the doctor, and the doctor said they've come back as showing nothing really. He still didn't know what they were, so he said what we'll do is we'll wait and see if we'll wait. What a great thing to do. We'll wait and see if it gets worse. Okay, yeah, that's a great plan. But again, I didn't think too much of it. I've got a doctor who's telling me that it's fine. It's not doing anything. It's not causing any disruptions or anything. So let's just crack on. Okay. So a couple of months go by. At this point in time, there is a gym, an Everlast gym, 2 doors down from where our office was, the estate agency office. So I'd be going to the gym 5 days a week because the office was literally 30 seconds away. So great routine, and again, everything was fine. But things started to happen. My left leg started to get bigger. Not massive, it wasn't an elephant's leg, but when you put your trousers on, you would notice there was more slack in the right hand side than there was the left hand side. But I kind of ignored that. I don't know why, but I ignored that. There was a time that I went into the gym and I was violently sick. I just felt absolutely god awful rotten and couldn't do the gym. Managed to somehow crawl to the office, and then I just couldn't stop throwing up. And our beautiful administrator, Sharon, she came in and she said, look, Rob, you need to go home. I'd made an absolute mess of the toilet, and bless her, God bless her, she she'd seen that up for me, so nobody else saw it. But I was all right the next day. So I went home, climbed into bed, had a bit of a temperature, climbed into bed, and I was absolutely fine. Next day, woke up, went back to work. And then the gym. So I'm probably, the timelines at this point don't really matter because we're not into September yet, but I had an injury in the gym. I was on the cross trainer and I fell off the cross trainer. I'd lost my balance and fell off and twisted my ankle. And this is where things start to go south. So my ankle is swollen, as you would expect, but there's a big red patch there that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I don't go to the doctors. I don't go to the hospital. I personally believe that my body can cure, like everybody's body, I think, can cure most things on its own. So I ignored it. Hopefully it was just a bit of rest, keep your ankle up, put a cold tap on it, a bit of Germaline, and it'll be fine. In the next video, I'll tell you what happened next.